If you've played WoW Classic, especially as a warrior, you probably remember the quest that takes you into the Alterac Mountains to talk to a troll, and then he summons an elemental so you can get a whirlwind weapon. You know, 9 out of 10 of us are going to choose the axe, the Whirlwind Axe, because the Whirlwind Axe is the best weapon of them all. So I'm helping somebody through this quest currently, just get footage to be honest. I'm eyeballing this dragon because I really want to kill it. Whenever I see the elite NPCs as a 60, I just want to kill them all. But anyway, I'm gonna help this guy through this quest so we can get a good shot of the Whirlwind Axe, because I'm gonna make one in real life, and we're gonna see how well it holds up in reality versus fantasy. So here we got him showing off the axe. And now I'm going to write up a program for my CNC plasma cutter, and I'm going to cut the head out on my plasma cutter and then kind of refine it with a grinder and work with it from there. Alright, so we got the head cut out for our Whirlwind Axe. And then I also went to the hardware store and found a nice hickory axe handle. And that's what we're going to use. See how it turns out. Alright, here I am just trying to figure out how I'm going to grind this thing. I eventually decided this was a stupid idea to try to do it by just holding it with my hand, especially with how much grinding I had to do. I ended up grinding on this head for roughly 4 hours to get the edge on it the way I wanted it and everything. There's a lot of edge on the Whirlwind Axe. The only part I didn't actually sharpen all the way was the part where my hand could slide up and catch it, essentially. So I didn't want to cut my fingers off accidentally. That would be unfortunate. But I eventually decided to clamp it to a cutting edge or a blade for a tractor bucket that I made for my dad, and then I had left over. But it made pretty good stand I could clamp to. It worked. Oh, and don't worry, I didn't actually record me grinding for 4 hours. If you would watch somebody grind on something for 4 hours, you should probably seek help, honestly. I mean, I would appreciate it, but probably got some issues. Here I am just setting the head, getting the axe head in the handle how I like it and everything. I also cut a piece of 14 gauge steel out to reinforce the handle and give us something to put the wedge in and everything. Without that piece of 14 gauge steel, I think we would just split the handle. It wouldn't go super well.
Alright guys, so what I did is off camera, I beat this down a little bit just so it sits a little bit better. I put a little tack weld there and then put the wedge in the wood. And what I'm going to do now is I got these little pieces of thread all cut down, and I'm going to use those to bolt the head. And I got these brass cap nuts, and I think it'll look pretty good. I'm going to do that off screen, and then next time I'm on screen we should be ready to test this thing out and see how it goes. Alright, so this is what my take on the Whirlwind Axe in real life looks like. I got some things for us to chop up. I'm going to try chopping up this watermelon. I'm going to try piercing 16 gauge steel because that is the gauge that most plate body was made out of, from my understanding. I'm going to cut a piece of wood and we'll see what this thing does. Stabbed pretty good. That's it from the stabbing. So you can stab with this axe. Say it's going to be pretty obvious, but you can chop with it. Have to get it out of the stump now. Turning around, you can pierce with this side. And split some wood with it. Gotta split wood. See if we can pierce steel with it. I'm going to use the edges because I think that would be good for it. Yes, you can. So this thing's a lot more effective than Illidan's sword. You can go right through plate body with it. Yeah, this would be an axe worthy of a warrior. Even the cutting edge will go right through it. I'm going to try cutting a tree down with this thing. See how it goes. Alright guys, just wanted to show you the aftermath of using this to pierce steel. If you look at this edge, it's in pretty good shape still. I don't know whether you can see it on the camera. This edge has got a little bit of a twist to it. Let's see if I can get my camera to focus a little bit here. But it really didn't do much to it. And then there's a piece of steel. So thing's pretty nasty. Alright, so I'm back by my beehives because they need cleaned up around anyway, so I figure I'll knock down some of the rest of this thing, see how well it works for that. And then the reason I'm wearing a full suit, even though I'm not messing with my bees, is people think honeybees are super nice. Well, mine aren't, and they attempt to kill me occasionally. So I'm gonna wear a suit, and let's see how this thing does. It's too clumsy for this kind of thing. I think I need a smaller axe. Yeah, this thing works super well for this. Alright, so I got my axe leaned up on my Mandalorian hive, but look behind here. I tried it again. I was a little bit more successful this time. I think what I should have done originally is what I did off camera, is just knock down the little stuff and then try going for the bigger stuff. If you ever try cutting down a sapling with an axe, it's not great because they just kind of move out of the way. They're not solid enough. And honestly, it probably wouldn't have hurt for me to resharpen it after I cut through steel with it. It probably wouldn't have been a terrible idea. Alright, so this is my Whirlwind Axe, and I think it makes a sweet battle axe. It doesn't make a very good woodsman axe. I did try cutting a tree down with it. It didn't go very well, so I didn't really report it. Yeah, I think it would be awesome as a battle axe. You can stab with it, you can pierce with it, you could obviously use the broad end of it. Unlike Illidan's sword, which is pretty worthless in reality, I think this thing would be awesome on the battlefield. Alright, that's the video. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, like the video, leave a comment. If you didn't like it, leave a comment and let me know I could do better on the next one.